Hey soul family, welcome back to the channel. This is the White Feather Tarot, and in today's reading we are doing 3 strong effects that you have on the people surrounding you. Cannot wait to do this reading for you, and we are going to be picking between, let's do that again, we're going to be picking between 3 piles. Thank you. So 1, 2 and 3. Thank you so much. Let's see what we have for today's reading. All right, for pile number 1 we have Gazelle. For pile number 2 you have Peacock. For pile number 3 you have Octopus. If you like to pick with crystals, let me add these right now. There you go. So for pile number 1, we have the Selenite. For pile number 2, we have the green grass Jasper. For pile number 3, we have the yellow Topaz. Yeah, this is what it looks like. So take a look at which one of these 3 piles or 3 crystals you're the most drawn to. And that is probably the pile for you here today. Take a look at how many piles your intuition is drawing you to. Is it just 1 and you know that's the reading for you here today? I always say that. Or is it 2 in a certain order, or is it 3? Perhaps today you're not just meant to hear 3 or 6, but maybe even 9 strong effects that you have on people. Whichever pile it is, always trust your intuition. Remember, it is your magic that leads you to the right readings. This is your magic, so let it lead the way. Trust it and see what it's calling for you to choose from. And as usual, you'll find the timestamps down in the description box. Click on your times and I'll see you in your readings. Hey soul family, welcome to the shuffling and the card picking and preparation process. It is so lovely to have you here. Thank you for being around and for sharing your beautiful energies with me every day. It is one of my biggest blessings. All right, so as I always say, I feel that it's important to have your energies around, and that's why I always leave the preparation process for you to watch and be part of. And so let's get right into your reading. I'll first introduce the cards that we will be using. On the left are the oracle cards, and on the right are the tarot decks that we will be using for this reading. I forgot to say this in several videos. If you're interested in any of the decks that I use, you'll always find that I leave their names down in the description box. All right, so I believe we're now ready to begin your card preparation. All right, so let's now shuffle with intention. What I'm planning to do is prepare 3 piles for each pile. Yes, that's how we're going to do it today. I'm so excited and pumped for this reading. I don't know what we're going to get, and it's always exciting to see these surprises. And so we're going to be taking 3 cards for the first pile for all of these, and then we're going to go to the second and then the third. All right, so how am I going to do this? I'm going to probably put some timestamps in the preparation for each of these 3 piles. So in this case, I just thought about that. Hi, pile number 1. Let's now pick your 3 piles. So, what are the 3 strong effects that you have on the people surrounding you? 1, 2, fine, and 3. Okay. I think we'll have to always put things back. Right. What are these 3 strong effects that you have on the people surrounding you? There we go. Wonderful. Let's get into the 3rd oracle deck. There we go. What are the 3 strong effects? Oh, thanks. These are certainly 3. Right, so 1, 2, and 3. Now we're ready for your tarot cards. So let's pick the first one up. We're gonna be using 2 from these tarot decks. No, let me think about this. Yes, 2 from each of these and 1 from each of these. Okay. What are the throng? What are the, thanks, they're certainly ready. What are the 3 strong effects that you have on the people surrounding you? All right. These are ready. Moving on to the next. From here, we'll be taking 2. Oh, thanks. What are... Ooh. What are the 3 strong effects that you have on the people surrounding you? There we go. What are the 3 strong effects that you have on the people, thank you, surrounding you? One is this one, yeah. 1, 2, and 3. Okay, moving on to the next deck. What 3 strong effects do you have on the people surrounding you? 1, 2, and 3. Right, so now we're done preparing the 3 parts of your reading. Pile number 1, and it's always separated by this deck, just so we know when we start your reading. Let's take your main card. Ooh, that is going to be a big one, but it's definitely going to be a really cool one. Cannot wait to jumpstart into your reading. Right. So that is your pile. It is fully ready. And let's add your beautiful selenite. And you're ready to now start watching your reading. Thank you for being part of this preparation process. Love you guys very much. Thank you for everything. Thank you for being part of our soul family. You are wonderful. So lucky to have you. And let's get into your reading. Hey, pile number 2, welcome to your pile preparation process. Thank you for spending this time with me. Always appreciate you. We're going to do your reading in a different way today. We're going to prepare 3 piles for your reading. And before we begin, let me quickly introduce the cards to you. On the left are the oracle cards, and on the right are the tarot cards that we will be using for your reading. And if you're ever interested in any of the decks that I use, know that I always leave their names down in the description box. Okay, so let's start preparing your pile number 2. Whoa, and it is ready and popping, as they say. So 1, 2, and 3. All right. Let's go into the next deck. What are the 3 strong effects that you have on the people surrounding you? 1, 2, and I feel this one. Gotta take this one, and 3. Okay. There we go. Next. Oh, well, they're clear. 1, 2, and 3. Onto your tarot decks now. We're going to be taking 2 from this deck, 2 from this one, and just 1 from the outermost decks. Okay, so what 3 strong effects, thank you, do you have on the people surrounding you? So 1, 2, and 3. Alright, 2 from this one. What 3 strong effects do you have on the people surrounding you? Oh, these are 2. I feel this one. Oh, these are 2. Just gotta leave it this way. Right, so we're not gonna take for the second part of your reading from this deck then. That's how it's supposed to be. All right. If they want to come out, then we're just going to allow them to come out. Okay. So what 3 strong effects do you have on the people surrounding you? 2 and that one, and 2. Now on to our last deck for your reading. Oh, thanks. Oh, and this one. There we go. Pile number 2. I believe we have your piles ready now. All we need to do is to put them one on top of the other. There we go. There we go. So, pile number 2 is now ready. Let's keep it right there. Cannot wait to dive into your reading. Let's add your stone, which is the green grass Jasper. There we go. Thank you so much for spending this time with me. It is always a pleasure having you around. Love you so much, and let's get into your reading. Hi, pile number 3. Welcome to your card preparation section. Thank you for spending this time with me. I always not just enjoy your time and your energy, enjoy your energy as we prepare for your pile, but I also think it's important for you to share your energy as we prepare your piles. So thank you for being here. Let me introduce the cards that we will be using. On the left are the oracle decks, and on the right are the tarot cards that we will be using in your reading. If you're ever interested in any of the decks that I use, you'll always find that I leave their names down in the description box. Okay, so let's get into this exciting reading. We're going to be dividing your reading into 3 parts. And to see the 3 strong effects that you have. So 1, 2, and what 3, thank you very much, 3 strong effects do you have on the people surrounding you. All right, let's keep it here. On to the next, the next deck. What 3 strong effects do you have on the people surrounding you? Okay. On to the next deck. I feel this one moved. Okay. What 3 strong effects do you have on the people surrounding you? All right. Let's pick up. Oh, I forgot to tell you, we'll be taking 1 from this deck, 1 from this one, the outermost one, these outermost ones, and then from the 2 in the middle, we're taking 2 cards. Okay, so let's get into it. What 3 strong effects do you have on the people surrounding you? Okay, so 1, 1, and 1. All right. Next deck. Whoa, this is a message for you. Pile number 3. I knew it. I knew it with the octopus. You are someone who knows how to make their dreams a reality. That's all I'm going to tell you. You're someone who knows how to make their dreams a reality. And people are absolutely enamored and inspired by the huge transformations. In fact, I know this is the Empress card 3, but I'm seeing 1, 1, 1. It's like they feel you're divinely blessed. And you are. But in fact, you are someone who makes their dreams come true. You make huge, big changes in your life, almost like a fairy tale or a movie. And you make people believe in themselves, believe that they can have big dreams too. These big dreams would have been laughable in the past, but watching you live it so effortlessly, so easily, like, hey, just did that. Did you see that? Makes people think, oh, these things are doable. They're not in fairy tales. They're not in this person on the television that's done this or that. You're free to feel, dream, and do what you want and make it happen. And they feel inspired by you, enamored and inspired by you. Okay. So yes, you have a little sneak peek to the pile you picked. Let's get to see. That's maybe an extra reading for you that you're meant to know, or it may be part of the reading. Who knows? A foreshadow to what's to come. A sneak peek. Okay, so 1, 2, and 3. All right, next deck. This one is popping, so I'm going to take it here because we have space here. 1, 2, and 3. 1. Oh, 2, and 3. We already have 1. I'm really inclined to take this one because it's popping out as well, and take that one that is popping out there. That was easy. Thanks a lot. Oh, there's one here. I guess we have to pick it up. Okay. Thank you so much. There we go. These, by the way, have been shuffled exactly and put from the pile previously. Let's now put them together. We're gonna take this one here and this one there. There we go. So pile number 3, your pile is now ready. Cannot wait to dive into your reading. There we go. There we go, with the yellow topaz right in front of the O. So pile number 3, thank you so much for spending this time with me. Love you very much. So blessed to have you as my soul family. Thank you for being here and for being part of the preparation process. And let's get into your reading. Hi, pile number 1. Welcome to your reading. We're taking a look at what 3 strong effects you have on the people surrounding you. So you have chosen the Selenite as well as the Gazelle. And we've divided your reading into 3 parts, as you are going to see, or if you already know from the preparation process. And let's get right into it and see how the Gazelle is fitting into your reading as well as the Selenite. Right, so the first part of your reading is, right, we're doing this right. Yes, we're doing this right. The first part of your reading, we're taking a look at the first strong effect that you have on the people surrounding you. So you have Rescuer, provides strength and support to others in crisis, acts out of love with no expectation of reward. So beautiful, pile number 1. You have Chiron, hurt and heal, absolutely. You have Kushmanda, smile, really cool. Okay. Let's keep this right here and take a look at your cards. So you have the 10 of Pentacles. Let me adjust that. You have the 10 of Pentacles. You have the Knight of Pentacles. Ooh. You have the Queen of Swords. Now the idea is clearer. Okay. You have the Ace of Cups. Wonderful. Wonderful, pile number 1. You have the Star, and you are, of course. And you have Strength. We can clearly see, pile number 1, that the first effect you have on people is your strength to help others, achieve the amazing things with the 10 of Pentacles and the Knight of Pentacles and the Queen of Swords. You're a hard worker. You know what you're going towards. You're very smart. You're very savvy. And you know how to make your dreams and your goals come true. That's very obvious here. And so, despite all of that, you're not a competitive soul. You're someone who believes there is abundance for everyone. You're not afraid of anything being taken away from you. You are someone who knows that You'll be okay with the Chiron. You've been through the tough times. You know how it's tough. You know you've hit it. You've done it. You've seen it. You're not afraid. You know how to stay afloat now. You know how to be okay. You're not afraid of anything. On the contrary, here with the Kushma smile, with the Kushmanda smile, you have this beautiful and wonderful aura to you. You're ready to help everyone around you. You're not afraid to lose that stardom, that first place that you have. And so you give out the holy grail. You help others with what you have. Teach them what you do and how to do it. Whenever people ask you for their help, whenever you can. Pile number 1. You're really such a helpful person. You have the spirit of caring for people with the rescuer. You want to support others. You don't just want to watch them and feel bad for them. You really want to help them as much as you can, of course, whenever you possibly can. And so people are really affected, or inspired is the right word, by how amazing you are. Even though you are a star, you reach big dreams, they're really inspired by your attitude of how you're not afraid, how you're so disciplined in helping yourself and others, and you make it cool. You make helping others cool. Pile number 3. And being such a star that you are, people already look up to you, and so watching you not afraid of helping in your position makes that such a cool thing, and you spread helping others, and you normalize it, making it the next cool thing. It's like helping people is the next black, the next chic or amazing thing. Pile number 1. Yeah, so to summarize this strong effect, you make it cool to be successful, popular, and nice, and a good person. Yeah, you make goodness a cool trait. Pile number 1. All right, let me clear this out and take a look at the second strong effect that you have on the people surrounding you. All right, so, yeah, that's it. Pile number 1, you have Judge. Balancing justice and compassion, managing the fair distribution of power. Very cool. Okay, you have Virgo, integrity, of course, reverence and service. You seem like an awesome person. Pile number 1. You have Kubja's transformation, really cool. Okay. Ooh, okay. We clearly see what's going on here. You have the Page of Cups. You have the Queen of Wands. You have the Six of Swords. You have the Chariot. The Four of Cups. And you have the Hanged Man, of course. Okay. Right. So the second strong effect that you have on people is the brilliant things that you do. Hold on, I'm going to explain what I mean. We see your reading starting out here explaining something so intricate, it's blowing my mind. You are someone who is so honest, so has such integrity, and is very careful with what they do. You're very honest as well. And so this integrity and this honesty gives you boldness. We see the Page of Cups looking at us. Gives you boldness to explore what could be wrong and what could be right. You don't hide this type of truth from yourself. And that's why you have the Gazelle. We can see from the very first part of your reading the grace of the Gazelle. In the second part of your reading, we can see the alertness of the Gazelle. And so being that honest and having that amount of integrity allows you to see the depth of what could be wrong allowing you to transform in such a mind-blowing way that no one can imagine. People look at you and go, my goodness, how can pile number 1 transform to this extent? This is crazy. What do they do? Are they magical beings? And of course you're a magical being, there's no question about that. But your ability to be super honest with yourself has taught you to look deeper into the things that are not satisfying you, to call yourself out, to call whatever is going wrong, and feel free to look at what's wrong, because from there is where you find your jewels, where you find the amazing things that help you change in the outside world. And that's what we see in Kubja's story. Inside out, inside beauty shows outside radiance. This is a really interesting story. I wasn't planning into really getting into stories. I only put these cards in this reading to give me this intuitive understanding of what's going on. But I feel like in this second one, I'm going to quickly tell you the story. So Kubja was a young lady who had a hunchback. And one day she was carrying some sandalwood paste for her evil king, and she met Krishna on the way, who complimented her, who told her, wow, Kubja, you're so beautiful. And Kubja took such offense that Krishna would tell her such a thing, that she felt really I would say humiliated or offended. Apologies, offended is the word I'm looking for. But Krishna didn't really mean to offend her. He said, but that's what I see. I can see your inner beauty, and you're such a beautiful person. And so Krishna told her, please give me the sandalwood paste that you have. So she hesitated for a while, but she looked into Krishna's eyes and saw real kindness and real divine beauty. And so she believed him. She gave him the sandalwood, and he stood on her feet and pushed her chin up, and so straightening up her back completely, helping her become the beauty that she is. And so we see that your inner beauty, or your inner, in this case, integrity, your inner balance, your inner honesty and boldness allows you to see from the inside what is wrong and make massive transformations so quickly that people are mind blown at how you're able to shift your life like that. We've seen it from the first part, but you're shifting big things, rectifying, adjusting big things in your life that really makes people look at you with wide eyes like the gazelle. Oh my God, gawk at you. How did pile number 2 change these things? You have a lot of people staring at you. What? How did pile number 2 do that? And so with the 6 of Swords, you're slowly here changing people's minds. Again, you're all about having an effect in people when it comes to changing their minds about not only how they can transform their lives, which we saw in the first part of your reading, but now we see with the pointing here, your strong effect is that you make people point at you and change their minds completely about you. You constantly have people walking into your life, seeing you in one way, and then going, whoa, no, pause there. Oh my God, pile number 2 is something else. And you always have that effect of making people constantly shocked, flabbergasted, change their mindset about you, point at you and go, pile number 2, this person is something else that I have not seen before. Wow, pile number 2. And that's why you have the Selenite. You clear their thoughts about you, and a new day has come where they see you in a different light. Pile number 1. You're so cool. Let's take a look at the third strong effect that you have on the people surrounding you. All right. If you hear any background noise, I apologize. This is my dog and I always keep him next to me. Thank you so much. All right, so you have the mentor. Wow. Oh my God, pal number one, you're really so cool. You have passing on wisdom and refining a student's character. Oh, music. You also have Mercury, think, learn, network, and communicate. Isn't it mind-blowing how the cards always match and explain the same thing, right? And to think for a second that the energy is not speaking to us, it's just unbelievable. It's hard to believe. You have Kaylee's disgrace here. Sorry, I pronounced her name wrong. My apologies. Kaylee's disgrace. I always forget the names. My apologies. Kaylee's disgrace. I love these cards because they say they hold wisdoms of Indian stories that I absolutely love. Absolutely. Okay, so let's take a look at your cards. You have the Justice card. Oh, thank you. The Justice card again. This balance, you being a balanced person, unbelievable. You have the Five of Swords. You have the Queen of Pentacles. The Three of Pentacles. The Three of Cups. And you have the Chariot. We didn't do it this way. Let's keep it the way we did. Yeah, there we go. Now the threes are next to each other. Okay, so what is the third strong effect that you have on the people surrounding you? I'm not surprised, of course, that you have the mentor here. But it's definitely, taking a look at it, draws the whole picture of who you are together. We can see it. So with Mercury and the mentor, we can see that you are someone who loves learning, obviously, very much. You're not ashamed of learning. It's like here, yeah, with the Gazelle, open eyes, alert, you love learning, you love gaining information. And so because you always update your information, learn more, and that it's a what's it's called? It's an important aspect for you. It's an important thing for you to do. I can't remember the word. Whenever someone tries to knock you down, call you off for the information that you're giving, telling you, oh, do you call yourself an expert? That was wrong, for example. Or this information that you're saying is not right. Anything of that sort. You never take it personally with the Justice cards. You're so balanced because you're not giving out this information, obviously, to show off who you are, to attack others, to appear as the one who knows it all. Not at all. And that's why you have Keiki, I hope I'm pronouncing her name right. My deep apology. Keiki. In fact, by the way, part of the story is that no one has ever was named after her because she was such a disgrace to the family because of what she has done. So you're not ashamed of saying, yeah, it's okay, I didn't know. I didn't know. Please tell me more. I would love to learn. So what is the right thing? And you don't get hit no matter how many people are. It's this, it's that. You're so thankful that you got the opportunity to learn about what the right thing is. If they don't give you the information, then you're thankful you got the opportunity to know that it wasn't right, so you can search it yourself and learn more about it. So yeah, that part never hits you because it is never part of your ego. You are so invested in learning and helping others. helping others is so part of your story that it's inspirational, really. And so we see you here clearly as someone who gains information by learning from what you read and by learning from network and communicating with others. You're very open to feedback. And because of that, you've gained so much knowledge. You're able to grow maybe into the role of a master. And for that, you're able to teach others. And the people that you teach and learn from you and are inspired by you pick up on your traits. And so that is one of the strong effects that you have on the people surrounding you. You've taught people as you teach them, as you were teaching them, not to be afraid of getting information, not to be afraid of being called off. It's okay. No one's supposed to know it all. It's always an opportunity to learn more. They learn from your grace. They learn from your love of knowledge. And you really shift people's minds. You, in fact, inspire others to become forever students themselves and to learn. They see through you the beautiful things that you do, or maybe the beautiful things that you say, or the beautiful things that you're capable maybe of doing. And they go, I want to learn as well. And you help move people, as you always do, as you've always seen from your pals, to move forward in their own lives. Because teaching people to not just learn information from you, but to become student themselves is the best gift that you give others, because they become in control of their lives. They become independent on becoming amazing people themselves. Pile number 1, I could give you a hug for being this amazing person. Thank you for being this amazing person that you are and having these strong effects on the people surrounding you. You're certainly an amazing leader. That is really your role. And pile number 1, that was your reading. Thank you for watching. And if you've enjoyed it, please give me a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel so that you never miss a reading that I upload. Don't forget to click on your notification bell. And please don't forget to check out my productivity book, pile number 1. This book is small, straight to the point, and so you won't procrastinate or waste time reading it. But you'll find that it has all the key advice and secrets to becoming a productive person right away, all while enjoying this process. And so if you're interested in that, you'll find a link to this ebook down in the description box. And pile number 1, thank you so much for tuning in. You are an awesome person. And I'll catch you in the next reading. Bye. Hi, pile number 2. Welcome to your reading. We're taking a look at the 3 strong effects that you have on the people surrounding you. So you've chosen the green grass Jasper, as well as the Peacock. So interesting. Cannot wait to see how this all fits into your reading today. And I've divided your piles into 3 sections, 1 for each effect that you have. And let's start with the first one. So, pile number 2, you have, storyteller. So the light attribute is ability to experience and express life through stories and symbols. Wow. The shadow attribute is making up tales that harm others. All right, so let's keep this here. And I can already see beautiful colors. You have Jupiter. Whoa, grow and expand. Wow. I'm already seeing that, whether this is the reading or not, but you are a very creative person, a mind that expands and is able to do creative things in a very unique way. So you have Urvashi's rejection. Okay, if you hear any background noise, my apologies. This is my dog, and I always keep him next to me. Thank you so much for understanding. All right, so pile number 2, you have the Queen of Pentacles. You have, wow, the 10 of Pentacles. You have the Knight of Cups. you have, whoa, the Four of Pentacles. Okay. All right. You have the Five of Cups. And you have the Eight of Cups. Okay. So. All right. Pile number 2. I'm actually really not surprised. Really not surprised with your pile. Of course, seeing the peacock, seeing your cards here, we can clearly see that you're someone who stands out in the crowd and is very attractive. Why do I say that? There's so many things actually that are attractive about you. Why do I say that? We have here Urvashi's rejection story. I'm not going to get into the story. I'm just going to tell you the element that we see. Here, Urvashi was so beautiful, so attractive, that Arjuna, who was Lord Indra's son, when he came to the palace and saw her, he was smitten by how beautiful she looks. She was a dancer at the palace as well. So we see two factors here: how you look like to other people, how you move, your poise. I see that people are initially very smitten by who you are. You know, you are someone who takes care of themselves, how they look with the Queen of Pentacles, knows how to pamper themselves. You're so put together, you're so poised, you're so charming, pile number 2, that whenever you enter a room with the Ten of Pentacles, people go, whoa, who is this person? You know, everyone wants to get to know you, get a piece of you, to listen to you for sure. They want to know about your story. And you are the sort of person who, when you enter a room, everyone starts adjusting their back, adjusting their clothes, you know, remembering how do I look? What type of vibe am I giving, right? And so the first strong effect that you have on the people surrounding you is how amazing and gorgeous looking you are, and how much you take care of yourself, how poised and calm you are, how well spoken you are, that you really remind people of all the things that they've been leaving behind in their lives. Maybe they've been focused on one thing or the other, a couple of things, and they've been throwing so many things that they haven't been looking at. And watching you is so inspiring that you make people instantly take a decision to change their ways. Instantly. Like, okay, I'm going to go back home and I'm going to take care of this. I'm going to take care of that. I'm going to do what pile number 1 is doing. I love all of the things they talk about and they do, and I'm gonna be that person too. I'm gonna be that inspiring too. People are smitten by you, and with Jupiter they grow and expand by watching who you have become. Pile number 2. So impressive, your story here, pile number 2. Yeah, I see something as well with the Knight of Cups and the storyteller. Yes. Here, you have so many interesting tales to tell, or interesting stories to tell of perhaps the travelings that you've done, or the different experience that you've had, and the exciting things that you've done in your life. You are so interesting that your life is full of events, and that is because you are open to experiencing different things. You're all about experiencing life, loving life. And so you get into different hobbies, you meet different people, perhaps you travel, you do so many interesting things in your life. And so when you speak of these amazing things that people maybe haven't heard about before. They're so curious about the things that you're saying that you catch people's attention. So first you catch their attention by who you are, the vibe that you're exuding, how you're put together, how good looking you are, and then you talk and you bring out amazing things that makes you so mysterious and so unique. And you have this effect on people going, whoa, who is that person? And people stop and listen. They want to know what you're up to, pile number 1. They want a piece of you. They want to be that too. And you have that effect, instant effect. Imagine that on people, of deciding to change who they are instantly and grow and expand on who they are by merely watching you, pile number 2. Super impressive. So that is the first strong effect that you have on the people surrounding you. Let's now clear this out and take a look at the second. All right, so there we go. Pile number 2, you have Liberator. Ooh, so cool. Pile number 2, freeing yourself and others from outmoded beliefs, releasing negative thought patterns. Absolutely. The shadow attributes, imposing your own tyranny over those you claim to liberate, ignoring legitimate constraints. Right. So let's keep that here. You also have Leo. Yes, of course. Self-confidence, loyalty, and creativity. Okay. You also have Savitri's wit. Okay. You have, as I was telling pile number 1, I use these cards for me because they always have stories, and I don't want to waste your reading since it's already long on the story. Unless it's relevant, then I'm going to tell you about it. Like, really relevant to hear the whole thing. You have the 3 of Cups. You have the 5 of Pentacles. The Knight of Swords. The 8 of Pentacles. The Page of Swords. And you have the Princess of Swords, which is the Page of Swords. Can you believe that? Oh my. You must definitely be a messenger. At pile number 2. You are meant to be a messenger. Now, what do we see? Yes, of course. Freeing yourself and others from outmoded beliefs. You are a messenger. Yes. So pile number 2. Talk about having strong effects when you're a messenger. My God. Look, the energy that I'm seeing here is that you have a lot of self-confidence to say bold things that are ingenious for your age. And the only way I can explain this is by showing examples of what sort of things you can do. So the reason I say this is with all this wit in maneuvering the societal rules, for example, and showing that you're not here to destroy society, but in fact you're really here just to upgrade it, to help shed light in a different way. See here with Savitri's story, I'm not going to say the whole story, I'm just going to say really the part that is exactly needed for your reading. So Savitri loved her husband died, and the god of death, Yama, took his soul. And being a good devotee, she accepted it, she followed him. And so Yama found her to be very wise and very knowledgeable, and was so impressed by her devotion and wisdom that he gave her a boon or a wish. And so his condition, see, we can think of society's conditioning, was that she cannot ask for her husband back. And so she asked for help for other people, and then she said she wished for having 100 sons with her husband. And so Yama found her to be very witty because this way she had to have her husband back. And so he granted all of her boons to her. So we see the idea of not destroying the rules, but rather rectifying it, or rather being witty in how to go about it. See, she's maintained a devotee, maintained respectful, but used her wisdom to achieve what she wanted without destroying anything. So here I'm saying you're not here to destroy societal idea, society, but rather to help see things from a different light. So for example, let's say there was someone in a misogynist society, and so people would be saying, are you here to bring down the man and make the woman in control, yada yada yada? And you're here explaining, I'm not here bringing down the man, or anyone for that matter. In fact, I'm not really a feminist. I'm more of a humanist, or someone who's standing by anyone who isn't rightfully treated. And so I'm here to make the woman or anyone have their rights the way a man has, and not to bring the man down. And in fact, if the man was at a disadvantaged position and the woman was doing something wrong or being tyrannic against the man, I hope I said that right, then in this case I would definitely be next to the man. And I'm all about bringing harmony and love and peace to everyone, making our worlds work together, because when everyone's happy, we all function and are happy together. So with this way of talking, you're really helping shed light on what the issue is exactly, freeing people from the prison, from the habits that have been hindering the society, making them happy and work together in a much more brilliant way than they have initially. Watching you say the things that you say in such fairness and boldness, of course, confidence, because you are really saying the truth. You're saying what's right without being a harm to anyone. People really listen to you, and you bring awareness into people's minds everywhere you go. People love listening to your ideas. Pile number 2, your ideas stand out. Who you are stands out, and you're not here trying to bring anyone or anything down. You're in fact making everything rise, and that's what a messenger does. Pile number 2, and that's one of the strong effects you have on people. People listen to you, and it is so surprising how you're able to change old tyrannic solid ideas in whatever perspective it is, slowly into making people change their thoughts about it, or at least slightly, or a bit, or maybe a lot, because what you're saying is really honest, is really the truth. You're shedding light on the real issue and how it's having an effect and why it doesn't make sense, helping others liberate from the prison of continuously going in a habit of doing something that may be tyrannical to others, or to the planet, or to animals, or whatever it is. That misogynist example is just an example. Apply it on everything. When it comes to work, your communication when it comes to work is different. Again, you could be communicating to the people who work with you. I'm not here trying to be tyrannical. I'm not waiting for you to sit for 8 hours or God knows how long. What I want from you is results. I want these certain tasks, and I want them well. I want good work ethics, and I want them within this time range. That's what I'm expecting from you. How long you do it, when you do it, or in what way you do it, and what you're dressed or what you're eating does not concern me, as long as you have good work ethics. You give the tasks on on time, on this time frame that I asked for. Other than that, you are free to do what you want. You need to go to the doctor's office, go ahead. You need to do this, you need to do that. You take 5 days vacation because you finished your work perfectly and on time, go ahead and do that. It is none of my business. So these are just examples. I'm not saying that you follow these 2 specific examples. I'm saying that you're so broad-minded, you're so illuminated, that you're here to illuminate other people's minds, freeing them from silly ideas that could be the very same ideas that's bringing everyone down, not just one type of person, people, or the other, or the animals or the planet. They're overall hindering all of us. And you help liberate people. Not only do you liberate the people or the animals or the things that are in harm because of these societal norms, but also you liberate everyone else because now they understand the effect that they have on themselves for not living a balanced life. So impressive. Pile number 2. Wow. Love who you are. Love your character. Love your poise. Love everything about you. Okay, so I'm going to clear out this part, and we're going to take a look at the third strong effect that you have on the people surrounding you. Oh, and I forgot to mention with the Leo, you're bold to have these sort of ideas and to communicate them within that are different from societal norms. Very confident, very bold, not afraid to share your ideas because you believe in them and you know they're right. Okay, let's take a look at the third strong effect. So you have bully. Ooh. So the light attributes highlights your tendency to intimidate others, helps you confront the inner fears that bully you. Ooh, okay, interesting. Shadow attribute conceals deep fears behind verbal or physical abuse. Of course, let's keep it here. You have the second house with physical security, possessions, material values, and self-worth. Yes. Okay. You have Kunti's motherhood. The combination here. Okay. Let's take a look at your tarot cards. So you have the Chariot. Oh, sorry about that. There we go. You have the King of Wands, Liberator. You have the Hermit, the Queen of Wands, of course. You have the Lovers, and you have the Four of Wands. Wow. Ooh la la. One thing I want to say really quickly before we get into that third strong effect. One effect that I'm picking up very quickly is that you're very attractive to people. They're attracted to falling in love with you, with your charisma. With the Four of Wands, maybe they want to, especially that it's in conjunction with the Hermit, they want to commit to you. They want to build a family with you, especially that you have the second house. This is coming in very strong. Perhaps this is even the part, but let me take a closer look before I tell you what I see. Actually, this is what I'm seeing. My goodness. Yes, so the bully here, I feel that the sort of effect that you have on others is people bombarding you whenever you're out and about and you are out there showing who you are to people. A lot of people see you. You are the sort of person who would cause people to really want you, and we saw it from the first part of your reading, to really want to be a part of a connection with you. They want to build a home with you. They see you as very charismatic. They fall in love with who you are. Obviously, you're beautiful inside and out. You're very attractive, and people, if people find out that you are single, my goodness gracious, with the chariot, it's like, do you see how many people are in the chariots? It's like you're bombarded with so many people asking you out, wanting to fall in love with you, asking you to go out with them, yes, telling you how they feel, trying here and there to build a family with you. My goodness, pile number 2, what an interesting perspective we see here in your cards. Yes, you're attractive with your mind, with your soul and your heart, with your physical features, with your intellect and your interests and the interesting things that you do, that overall people are like, whoa, we all want pile number 2. Charge, let's see who's gonna catch, yeah, you're a catch, who's gonna catch pile number 2 first. And so, yeah, whether people not whether people, obviously people are vocal about it. The people who want to pursue you are very vocal about you, and so the more you put yourself out there, the more people see you, the more you're bombarded with people asking you out. And so with that comes amazing people as well as bullies, people who would constantly push you to be in a relationship with you, and others who would just be bold and ask you out. So definitely this is communicated, and it's like you're a dream to have, pile number 2, for nearly everyone. I want to say everyone, but there isn't 100%, and so I would say you are a dream for everyone, really, pile number 2. It seems like, with the Hermit here, see, even the people who don't tell you secretly wish they can be committed to you, pile number 3. Wow. Which we see in this specific card, this drives a lot of jealousy as well from other people. Very sorry about that. But you certainly do stand out. You're very good to look at in so many ways that everyone wants this catch, pile number 3. This is exactly what I see in your reading. You really are amazing, pile number 2. And whether people tell you, which seems to be the most dominant energy, or not, I hope you know that you're such an amazing person, pile number 2. Bless you for who you are. May you always be successful, happy, and shining. That was your reading, pile number 2. I hope you've enjoyed it. And if you have, please give me a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel so that you never miss a reading that I upload. And please don't forget to click on your notification bell. And also, please don't forget to check out my productivity book, pile number 2. This book is small, straight to the point, and so you won't procrastinate or waste time reading it. But you'll find that it has all the key advice and secrets to becoming a productive person right away, all while enjoying this process. You'll find that this book truly holds true to this promise, and if you're interested in checking it out, you'll find a link to this ebook down in the description box. And now there's also an audiobook if you love and enjoy audiobooks like me. And pile number 2, it was a real pleasure meeting you here energetically in your cards. Thank you for being so awesome. And I'll catch you in the next reading. Bye. Hi, pile number 3. Welcome to your reading. You have chosen the beautiful yellow Topaz as well as Octopus. Cannot wait to dive into your reading. The Octopus card appearing is so interesting, especially with the recent things that I've read about the Octopus. Well, I say recently quite loosely. Actually, I read it, I think, a year or 2 about, but whenever I see the Octopus, it really mind boggles me. All right, so the way we're going to do this reading for you is that we've divided it into 3 piles to see the 3 strong effects that you have on the people surrounding you. Right, let's take a look at the first strong effect that you have. So you have servant, of course. Light attribute, delight in serving others with a free and loving heart. Love you so much, pile number 3. So the shadow attribute is using the lack of money as an excuse not to move forward with life. Right, let's keep that here. You also have the 11th house, of course. Friends, like-minded groups, and humanitarian beliefs. Okay. You have Satyavati's shrewdness. All right. By the way, I said this to the other piles. In today's reading, I keep this deck as an inspiration for me, because I don't want to waste your reading since it's already long on stories, and I'll share the story unless I really want to integrate it in explaining the message. Otherwise, I'll just tell you an element of it. So you have the Two of Cups. You have the Seven of Wands. You have the Ace of Cups. You have the Death card. And you have the Page of Cups, as well as the Fool. So interesting. Fool with the Ace of Cups. Okay, so what do we see here? Yeah, pile number 3. So pile number 3, it is very obvious, even from the very beginning with the octopus, with all of these hands, is that you are a very hard worker. You do so many things in your life that you put people in awe, thinking, how is pile number 3 able to do all of these things? They have the same opportunities and chances and hours in your day, but they find that you're so hardworking. You finish one thing after the other, and they go, wow, how does pile number 3 capable of doing that? Like, we can see you having an effect in people at work, for example, right? You transform those around you by watching how you do things. And so, for example, if we're taking a look at your colleagues at work, if they're complaining about not being able to finish one thing or the other, they find that you've already finished 7. And not only that, pile number 3, we have here, so you have Satyavati. I hope I'm pronouncing her name right. And Satyavati's story, the part that relates to your reading here, is that she was very beautiful, very attractive. And most importantly, it was said that she smelled so good. You see the meal being served here? It looks so tasty and smells so good, right? So not only do you work hard and finish many tasks, obviously, or finish the work that you have to do and achieve great things, but also you do it with such care. It looks so good at the end. It's so well put together, so well formulated, so well done that you catch people's hearts with what you're doing, and they go, wow, I wish I can be like pile number 1. And that is the strong effect that you have on people. Your cards here are answering with the Ace of Cups and the Fool. You instantly make people transform their minds from shifting their hearts from, I want to not work and just do whatever I want, for example, to, oh, I love what pile number 3 is doing. My heart has expanded and I want to become this person too. And you push people to jump, to start being that person who creates all these amazing things and shows it and presents it so well. Pile number 3. It's really interesting here because you have the 11th house and you have the servant, and we can clearly see through your energy that you work very hard. Yes, of course, you're a hard worker and you have great work ethics, but also we can see that you genuinely care about what you're doing. So the way I would see your reading here is that when you're working, you probably envision how you're going to help others, or how you're going to help your company, or how you're going to have a good effect with what you're doing. And this fills your heart with a lot of power to do that task, or to do whatever you're working on with such great care and intricacy. And yeah, you put a lot of love into what you're doing, making sure it comes out properly, correctly, and that whatever you're doing has a strong effect, changes, gives you the result that you want. Pile number 3. See, you don't just inspire others to start taking their work or maybe their goals seriously, but you also inspire them. Pile number 3, to do it with love, to do it properly, as you do, to have that transformative effect, obviously, that you do. And so you transform people, you make them end some habits that were otherwise thought of as hard to change, obviously. Kudos to you, pile number 3, and you help them begin that journey to, be as maybe hardworking and as intricate and loving towards your work as you are. You must be so impressive. Pile number 3, what a reading. What a reading. It's like here, this person looks like a hammer hitting every nail. Dang, finish, 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 finish. And you're like, I have a goal. I'm going after my goal, but I want to do it with every piece of my heart. Love you, pile number 3. Okay, so now let's take a look at the second strong effect that you have on the people surrounding you. All right, so you have Don Juan. All right, so spotlights your positive seduction qualities. Ooh, pile number 3. Also, the shadow attributes, using the power of romantic attraction for private agendas. Having Don Juan, oh my God. What are you about, pile number 3? Wow. You have the 10th house, structure, discipline. Of course, we know that by now. Life mission, accomplishments, and career. Yes, yes, yes. It's interesting how it came in the second part, though. Let's see what this is saying. You have Dumavati's fortune. Okay. I'm starting to see what this is about. Okay, you have the... You have the Tower. You have the 2 of Cups. The 5 of Wands. You have the Devil card. Tower and Devil. Oh my. You have the Strength card. And you have the 3 of Pentacles. That's the effect you have on people. You work and everyone's watching. Whoa. That's what we saw in the first part of your reading. Now let's take a look at the second effect that you have. Now I'm noticing something with the Don Juan, which I noticed it from the beginning, and then the 2 of Cups here. Before we get into your reading, there's something very quickly that you have a strong effect here. When people fall in love with you, they fall deep. It's like it's very hard to get rid of you. They find so many treasures within you. Pile number 3. Yeah, you become... It's like you... I want to almost say become... I don't want to say drug, because that's a big word. But I want to say it's near impossible for people to leave your magic. They find jewels when they get to know you. Okay, so yeah, that's definitely in love, but also with your connections with others. Now we can see it clearly. Yes, yes, yes. So this is talking about your connections with others, but the close ones, whether these are romantic connections or friendships that you, or maybe even close friendships that you make with people and colleagues or anyone that has the opportunity and the advantage of becoming closer to you in life. They get smitten when they have that opportunity. Pile number 3. It seems like you are so seductive in who you are. You're such a good connection to have, that people just don't want to lose you. It's like crazy just thinking about it, about losing you. And so the effect that you have on people here is that you push people. Not that you push them, but out of not wanting to lose you, realizing that they're going to lose something big, on the verge of losing you here, you push people to reconsider their thoughts about what they've done. Working harder for you to become better people. And you have Dhumavati's fortune card, which really shows us this idea of completely changing fortune, finding the goodness within themselves and letting it out. So Dhumavati, she's as they say, she is unkempt, she's old, she is poorly dressed. And so the people who feel unfortunate, they pray to her. And here's the thing. When one transcends her appearance, they find good fortune. She's able to turn a bad destiny into a good one. So here we see that you, societally, you're so important to have in someone's life. You are seen with high regards, that you push people to see their inner demons and to have the strength to work on them just to keep an amazing person like you. What an interesting read that is. Pile number 3. So you push them to first face their inner demons, the things that they may not have been fair or doing fairly or correctly for everyone's sake, to changing their destiny altogether. First, to keep you because you're so important in their lives. Wow. But also because they are proud of becoming better people. They're proud of becoming stronger and not seeing themselves in this light. You really help them turn into maybe the person they want to see and become by looking at how you act towards them and how you have high standards and how you're so disciplined to them that they are inspired to do the same. Pile number 3. Wow. Aren't we all looking for people like you? Pile number 3. May you be blessed. Such to me, I would quickly say, not to waste your reading, it is such a blessing having you on this channel. Thank you so much. So that was the second strong effect that you have on the people surrounding you. Let's clear this and take a look at the third strong effect that you have. All right. So you have King with the light attributes, enlightened, benevolent leadership, benefiting those in your charge. Shadow attributes, excessive feelings of entitlement, rulership without restraint. All right, let's keep this here. And you have the 12th house. I mean, you have the 10th, 11th, and 12th house. Pile number 3. Who are you? Wow! You have spirituality, transcendence, karma, sacrificial service, which we have seen, of course, and healing. All right. You also have, Bugalamuki's silence. I hope I'm pronouncing the names right, but I love the story nonetheless. Okay, so you have the Wheel of Fortune. Oh, did we take 2 cards in this pile? Interesting. You have the 5 of Pentacles. You have Judgment. The 4 of Wands. No, I think we should keep this here. The Ace of Pentacles, like we've done in the previous piles. The 7 of Pentacles. Was it the way we did it? And you have the Ace of Pentacles. I guess it's supposed to appear like that. Okay. So what do we see? Saraswati. Always reminds me of Saraswati. Pile number 3. I can't help but see all these Aces of Pentacles. And then even the King here is holding a pentacle, reminding me of the King of Pentacles. And you have the 7 of Pentacles. I have a feeling here, a very strong intuitive feeling, that you are going to create wealth in your lifetime by helping raise other people's lives or standards of living. It's like with all the Aces of Pentacles, you're inspiring others to align themselves, to set the intentions around improving their lives, either via work, wealth, improving their financial success. And I feel here that this part may be a future influence that you're gonna have, or maybe this is something that you're already doing. But I feel like in the future, so you see this person coming in with the Wheel of Fortune. Say you have the Wheel of Fortune, bringing that crown to this person who does not look like he asked for it. So I think one way or the other, without meaning to, the 12th house, of course, your spiritual journey. Yes, you're going to be put in that position of helping because people really want you to help them. So you're not going to initiate it or ask for it, but I think it's coming to you. People are asking you. I don't know how, but it seems like you effortlessly, now I know how. You effortlessly, by nature, you are a leader, someone who genuinely wants to help with the knowledge that they have. You're very enlightened, of course, spiritual, enlightened with the 12th house. And so you constantly speak the truth. You constantly correct misbeliefs, especially that you have Bagalamuki here, who is a goddess, by the way. And her story is that, I don't remember what the devil's name was. Hold on, let me check. Okay, yes, Madden. So Madden gained power by being able to bring into existence whatever he speaks. And so he used these powers that he has to wreak havoc, trying to misuse his power to do the things that he wants, which of course hurt a lot of innocent people. And so when people were fed up with Madden, they would call the goddess Bagalamuki. I hope I'm pronouncing her name right. And so she would appear, and what she did was that she held him from the tongue, tore out his tongue, therefore paralyzing him and freeing people from his evil deeds and bringing peace to the people. So I see the tongue here. You use your tongue, you use talking to rectify beliefs that help people in their spiritual journey. You see, people want you to lead and to speak. You were given that opportunity because you genuinely help bring people out of tough situations. You help them rise. You really bring hope to them. You help them out maybe with the right concepts, and you help them celebrate their lives. Pile number 3. And I think here it is discussing the biggest effect you are going to have on the people surrounding you. And here we're not talking about, like the rest of the many piles we did today, about the inner circle. We're talking about hundreds, if not thousands, if not millions of people, depending on the medium that is written for you to use. I think someone like you will have a big medium. In fact, here you're being asked for it. Maybe a TV program is asking you to kindly come and do this. People love your work, or a radio station, or something. It's like an opportunity coming to you without you meaning to do it. Pile number 3. And through that you will be speaking truth that will give people's hearts a lot of hope and bring them out of the lack into celebrating their lives and achieving the things that they want. With all of the aces, you're helping them put their lives together and, like we said, get aligned to what will change their lives, taking the right needed steps. With the hibernation in the bear here, it's like people wanted to, maybe they didn't know how exactly, and through your talks, through the wisdom you're sharing, you're genuinely helping them come out and experience life and to do what they hope for, helping them rise. Pile number 3. How beautiful. Do you see all these angels pushing this person up that is praying? It's like everything you say is really helping people go up a notch every time until they celebrate their lives. You're such an interesting person. Pile number 3. Obviously there's so many things that you'll be doing in your life, but since this is a reading about the 3 strong effects that you will have on the people surrounding you, this one is specifically very sacred in my point of view, because you're having an effect on thousands, and I heard millions of people through the talks that you'll do. And let's not forget, with the Wheel of Fortune, the King of Pentacles, the aces, the 2 aces of Pentacles and the 7 of Pentacles, it is also not just bringing wealth to the people listening to you, but in return it's also bringing a lot of wealth to you, because obviously this is your spiritual journey that you're meant to do. You're helping with spiritual transcendence. Pile number 3. So impressive. Yeah, and you can really see here the octopus on this card is really enlightened. And which reminds me, I forgot to tell you, I heard that there are some sort of octopuses, species that never dies. It continues to live. It can live forever, unless, of course, something interrupts it and kills it, or a mishap happens. It lives on forever. And so I feel like you have a key role in messages that will live on forever, helping people out, remembering your words. You know, it looks like people will remember your name and will quote the things that you say, for maybe generations to come. Being very grateful for the pieces of jewels and wisdom that you provided through the medium that you got offered with here, pile number 3. Pile number 3, your reading was so impressive. It fills my heart. I would love to get to meet you one day. I'm sure we will be talking and having interesting conversations. I would love to meet you one day. Hope our paths cross. And pile number 3, that was your reading. I hope you've enjoyed it. And if you have, please give me a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel so that you never miss a reading that I upload. Don't forget to click on your notification bell. And please, don't forget to check out my productivity book. Actually, pile number 3, what productivity book? I wish you all the best of luck. You seem like a hard-working person that inspires others. Forget about this. Wishing you all the best of luck from my heart to yours, pile number 3. I hope I'd meet you one day. It would be such an honor. And I'll catch you in the next reading. Bye.